Here are some tech news you might have missed. Sony has announced the PlayStation VR2, which will feature displays that add up to a 4K resolution and run at 120Hz, and the headset should be arriving in early 2023. So yeah, the headset, seems pretty cool. We have no idea about the price range. Since it's a PlayStation VR headset, it's probably not gonna be crazy expensive, because then it just doesn't make sense to buy a headset that is like substantially more expensive than your console, and it will also use inside-out tracking, which is the same tracking that Quest 2 uses. So basically, you have outside-in tracking. That is where you have like a camera or various sensors that you have to place around your room, and then that basically tracks you. But inside-out is basically your headset itself just has cameras, and it just does all that work. It's pretty much how headsets are being developed now, just because of the convenience for the user. You don't have to set anything up, and it's just better. Google has locked a parent's account over medical photos of their child. So basically, a parent took some technically inappropriate photos, which he then sent to the doctor during COVID to help diagnose the problem, and Google Photos just locked his account when it detected them, as like inappropriate photos. And this is just a great reminder to back up your data, and preferably on a private storage solution. So yeah, I was really against this feature when it got released by Apple, that they would just scan all the photos that you have on your phone for potentially, inappropriate photos of children to help protect children. And now, Google's doing the same thing, but now, technically it's only if you upload them to Google Photos, which most people just have backups on their phone set up, so everything backs up to Google Photos. And, my thoughts on the matter are, like, will this really help that many people, or will it just be a giant inconvenience for a lot of people? I imagine people that are actually really bad people doing really bad things, I imagine they are smart enough to just have like a not a proprietary, but just a separate camera that's not connected to anything. So, they take all their inappropriate photos that way, and, then are very careful about distribution. Like, who would literally take like illegal photos with their phone and just have them on their phone? That sort of sounds insane to me. So I don't know, of course, technically it's a good feature, helping to protect children, but there's obviously going to be a lot of false positives, and I definitely don't want my photos to be scanned by random software, and then that software detecting a false positive, and then a real person looking at my private photos. So yeah, just a reminder for me as well to, eventually make a private backup server, so I can just have everything there and I don't have to worry about any of this poop. And Android 13 was released not too long ago with tons of new and improved security features, but there's already malware out there that can bypass them, although not as easily as before. So yeah, the main way malware worked before Android 13 is they basically tried to get access to your accessibility features. Now it's a little bit different, now this is a restricted setting if you don't download the app from the Play Store, I believe. But now they're just sort of using a two-step app process, basically. And yeah, it doesn't really matter, as soon as Google does something to help fix this, there's going to be more solutions discovered, So really the best things you can do is just try to make it as difficult as possible and try to educate the users, So yeah, this sucks. We're technically moving forward, I guess. But yeah, there's always going to be people looking for exploits. It's just very profitable, so people will just do it. Anyways, thank you for tuning into the daily tech news. Please do subscribe to receive your dose of the daily tech news on the daily, because that's good.